Hi, it's Nika from Fabulously Creative with another Project Life process. And I've already laid out my cards that I want to use for the week, and I've kind of arranged my pictures in the order that I want them. My color scheme for this week is like a pink, yellow, and gray. And those colors, I picked them from this card. Like I based this whole layout around this one card. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that down, and I'll also show you the supplies that I'll be using. Like I have some die cuts on my desk. I have like some gold, pink, yellow, and gray. And I do this because I don't want to have like too much stuff out while I'm trying to work on a layout. And I also have like some scraps laying around on my desk that I also picked from like those similar colors. And then I also have my basket off to the side, and it has some more scraps, some alphas, and a few stickers. And this is all that I keep on my desk like while I'm doing a layout. I like to keep things, limited, so I'm not spending so much time just digging through things. All right, so let's get started on this process. And for this title card, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I just add the word life on there so it can say beautiful life. And then I added some stitching, like a little stitching detail along that line, just to make things stand out a bit more. And then I wanted to write the date. I'm not writing weeks right now because I'm not doing Project Life weekly or monthly right now. It's just kind of whenever I get a layout done. And right after I wrote the date down, I didn't like it, so I do come back to that card. But I was excited to get started, so I said I'll just come back to the title card later. Now, this card, I'm trying to cut these down to fit these two pictures. One is just a picture of my son's toys. He's into the Ninja Turtles right now. And the other one is just some nail polish and magazines that were on my desk. And I'm trying to mount it on like the pink section of this paper. I didn't really want the purple because it didn't really match my color. So I put his on the darker one and mine on the lighter pink, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Because sometimes when you have like white paper on a light paper, it kind of blends in with the background. So I have some alphas here. I'm just going to write the word currently. And I kind of struggled because these alphas they're glitter and they're so tiny. So like the little glitter kept popping off. And I guess that's why I have so many left, because I don't really like to use them. But I wrote the word currently. And for some reason, those alphas, the E's are like a different font, but I just went with it. And I was going to use some other alphas and spell things out, but I just decided to write it on these little tags. These tags always seem to save the day when I don't feel like fighting with alphas. But I'm just writing on one, I wrote Ninja Turtles, and the other one I put nail polish. And the idea is to put I want to put an ampersand in the middle, and so it can read currently Ninja Turtles and nail polish. So I put one like right in the middle. And I had that big one, but I thought it was too big. It kind of overpowered the page. So I just put that little one right in the middle, and we are on to the next card. Now this will be my journaling card for the week. So I'm just going to put that little die cut or that scrap. And then this is a Happy Planner sticker. And I'm just going to mount it on some cardstock and cut it out first. Because I find if I mount it on a cardstock, it's easier to move it around. I can pull it up if I need to, and also stick things behind it. Sometimes when you put a sticker down, it's just stuck. You can't move it. You can't do anything else. And that little pink scrap, I do stick it like behind there, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if it was just a sticker. And I'm just struggling trying to see, you know, where I want the placement of everything. So add that little gold heart and then another ampersand. And then for my journaling, I'm just putting that, like right now I'm determined to find a balance between work, family, and craft stuff. And you know, it's definitely a struggle right now trying to find that balance. So that's why I'm not doing Project Life weekly or monthly. You know, I'm just kind of working out the kinks right now. And this card, I'm going to keep it very simple. It's just a picture of my coffee on my desk. So I added that little gold ticket die punch, and I was trying to decide like which color heart to use. I think I wound up using the light pink heart. And then I am just going to write Coffee O'Clock on there and call this card done. You know, it's pretty simple, pretty simple card. And I'm just like outlining the text, outlining the words to make it stand out a little bit more. And I'm just adding another little pop of color to that card. And now for these two cards, I wanted to keep these pretty simple. So I just added that black heart on there because I really like that card and I didn't want to do too much to it. Oh, and I found like this random scrap, and on there it says, "I love you more than ice cream." So I thought that would have been really cute on this picture. And like these two have a billion selfies. These two love taking selfies. So like, I don't know, I think this picture is just a recurring theme in my album. Them two just playing with the camera or whatever. So I just add those. And I did go and add that little black heart on there. I like to also keep like my son's and my husband's pictures. I like to keep those pretty simple. I try not to go overboard with all my pink and glitter on their pictures. This is just a picture of my craft desk and all the projects that I have going on at one time and that I'm behind on. And the picture was too busy to embellish, so I just wrote directly onto the picture. I did my journaling. It just says, "What a mess. I need to get my craft life together." All right, on to my favorite card of the week. I always have that one card that I get really excited. I over embellish it. I put all my favorite colors on it. And this is that card for this week. That picture is, I don't know if you like, I've been having problems with my Canon selfie. It has been printing weird, like the pictures that I take with my camera. It prints fine the ones from my phone. So I'm not sure what's going on with it. But this picture is a picture of all my planner stuff all spread out. I had my first planner meetup this week, so I was really excited. I really wanted to, you know, add something extra to this card. So I added those Target dollar spot page flags. And I don't know, everything was kind of floating. I know I wanted to put a lot on here, so I added that gray strip of cardstock just across the middle to kind of anchor everything down. So it won't seem like, you know, I just jumbled everything on this card, which is basically what I did. I just wanted to put all my little favorite stuff on there. So I have that pink typewriter that I have been saving forever, and that that's a chipboard, and it just says "Have fun," okay? And I did have fun. I was so excited about my meetup. I met some great planner girls. And now that typewriter, I'm just going to mount it on some foam tape just to help it stand out a little bit. And I think this foam tape, it's not thick enough. I need a wider foam tape so I won't have to cut so many pieces. And then I don't know, I kept moving things backward, you know, moving things around, trying to figure out how I wanted everything to sit. And I finally stuck the typewriter down, and I was gonna, I don't know, I felt like it needed some gold on here, but it was just too much. It was just too much going on. So I glued everything down. And instead of doing like a journaling tag, I am going to write directly on like the typewriter paper. Oh, and I do manage to get that little gold heart on there. It needed something gold. But on there, I just wrote my first planner meetup with a little exclamation point. And I think I do come back and add one more thing to that card. Now, this is like my whole layout all done. And I did that. When I started, I didn't like that title card, so I just covered it up, and I'm going to write the date again. And I just wrote it a little bigger because it was written so tiny that you could barely see it. So I just added that label, wrote the date again, and then I added like some stitching around the edge. This card is from the Becky Higgins, I think the Dreamy kit. Like all the cards, they're pretty, but they're very muted. Like, I don't know, they just don't stand out enough. So I'm just adding that little stitching detail around the edge of the card. And I think that, I don't know, that helped. It looks a lot better. And I didn't add any enamel dots this week, so I'm making up for it with these little puffy stickers. That's little hearts and stars. So I'm just finding random spots to add them to. And I put 2 more on that on my little planner card, and I think that just made everything perfect. That little pink and green sticker. I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I will see you guys next time.